we're gonna add the rest of our water. So keep in mind, everything's in, and we're just adding water until it comes to the top. I want to also show you something else. Right now, these are mixing in the spray position. I want you to note how high that is. But if I turn it off and go to the mix position, it pulls the level down. We're going to leave it in spray because I like the way that looks better. And we're going to mix. And you can notice that gap is now disappearing. Okay, now what I want you to notice here is how soupy that is. And that is exactly what you want. You do not want thick hydro seed. That is a recipe for disaster. I'm gonna reverse the flow. Now, if you can come look over here, you can see what's happening to this. I'm mixing the other way, and it's creating, the slurry is mixing in such a way that is the exact consistency that you want your hydro seed to be. A very thin slurry. Very thin. You'll notice that it's flowing in right here and it's spinning around. That's exactly what you want it to look like. This is a perfect batch of hydro seed. Now, I'm gonna slow it down real quick so we can see it move slower. But now, I'm gonna grab it. And I know it's hard to see on camera, but now my hand, and maybe you can kind of see, but my hands are kind of covered in that slicky sticky, which is like I said, a lubricant and a tackifier when it dries. So now this hydro seed feels a lot more slick. It's not going to clog up my hose, and it's going to work really good. And I can actually show you a demo of what that slicky sticky does when it comes in contact with water. So right now my hand is wet, and we're going to put a little bit of slicky on it. Now watch this. As I work that in, you can see how it starts to form a film almost. A glue. It's not a glue. It's more of it's a polymer, and it's a lubricant that works extremely well. But now you can see the difference in consistency, and this is exactly what your hydro seed should look like. This stuff is going to apply well. It's not going to clog, and it's going to provide a perfect yard. Now, we're going to mix this for probably another 10 more minutes until we apply, and that'll be a perfect batch. Okay, so guys, this video, us mixing this batch, us doing this hydro seed, it is 100%, it's to show you how to do it. We don't have a prepped yard that is ready to go to right now to go spray hydro seed. It's about 60 degrees right now. Not that we couldn't spray right now, but we just don't have a place to go, which is why we're doing it out here. This ground is okay. It's not perfectly prepped. I want you to look at it real quick. It's actually, I mean, it's pretty rocky, but it's also not prepped out. It's crusted over. If the ground was prepped, the hydro seed would adhere a little different. It's still gonna look good, it's gonna work good, but the whole reason for this portion is to show you how to apply it, how to overlap, and which direction to go and how to move. So this is gonna work perfect for that, but I want you to know that we know this isn't prepped, this isn't irrigated, it's for you, so enjoy. All right, so what this is water from the previous rinse. Like I said, you always want to rinse out your hose. You always want to clean it out, that way you're not fighting this later. And we're actually going to start down here. All right, so you can see that I've got Hydroseed. I want to show you what not to do. What you're not going to do is try to apply it like this. This is like a broadcast application, and this is not how to do Hydroseed. I see guys do this all the time, and they're the ones that we're always having to go back and redo their work because the grass is so thin. How we do it is like this. I go slow down, fast down, slow up. Fast down, slow up, fast down, slow up. Little overlap, fast down, slow up. So again, guys, most important part, fast down, slow up. Most important part, fast down, slow up. Fast down, slow up. What you're doing is building a layer of Hydroseed that is consistent all the way across. Nobody wants a hydroseeded yard that is thin or spotty. And if it is thin or spotty, you're gonna be the one that they're gonna call to come back and fix it. Now, whether or not you're willing to go back and fix it doesn't matter. The point is that you did it right the first time. And if you just do it right the first time, you're gonna get fewer callbacks, you're gonna build your reputation higher, and you're gonna have more satisfied customers, which means faster growth, better reviews, and a better reputation. Sooner or later, you won't have to advertise because you'll be known as the Hydroseed professionals in your area, and people will just call you because you're the best, and everyone else, even though they're cheaper, suck. Don't suck. Again, fast down, slow up, overlap. Fast down, slow up. 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 I'm doing about a 3 to 4 foot throw every time. Fast down, slow up. Fast down, slow up. About a 4 foot throw. Like that. Now, if this ground was prepped, I mean, this already looks pretty good. We can overlook this here. We can look at this, what I'm looking at. If this was prepped, this would be a solid layer of green grass. But because it's kind of crusted over, but this does look really good. And if this was watered, you'd have a solid lawn. Now, I want to show you how to do a corner. We're going to imagine that this right here, where this berm meets the ground, is a fence, and you're trying to stay along the fence line. What I like to do when I'm doing a yard is I build a perimeter first, and then I fill in the outside. So to build a perimeter, I'll show you. I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna build a perimeter around to about right there, and then I'm gonna pretend it's further, and then I'll fill in the inside, and that's how you should do it too. It keeps the edges from being thin, because when you're doing this pattern, the fast down, slow up, it leaves edges thinner. So you do the edges first, and then fill in. I'll show you. Just like so. I want you to notice the overlap here. I would say it's about 3 to 4 inches. Fast down, slow up, fast down, slow up. Now guys, if you've got a little extra, again, this tank with our rates should do 5,000 square feet. Now, like I said earlier, we typically do a bag and a half or even 2 bags of fescue. So we did 1 bag today for this demonstration, but typically 1.5 to 2. Do 5,000 square feet, you got a solid, lush, thick, perfect yard 98% of the time. Now, if you've got a little bit after you're done, which you really shouldn't if you're doing the slow down, fast up, fast down, slow up method with an overlap, it should reach about 5,000 square feet. But I'm gonna show you what to do if you have 30, 40 gallons at the end of the tank. What you can do is an overcast. This is after you do it the right way. You can fill in the yard a little bit. It's what I call this is putting the sprinkles on. Everybody likes a little sprinkles on their birthday cake. That pressure's too high. We're gonna knock the pressure back down. Putting the sprinkles on. Everybody likes sprinkles. The customer sees you doing this, they're like, you know what? Those guys are going above and beyond. They're hooking me up. And I also want you to notice the hand signals that I'm giving. This is what you get when you have a trained operator. They know what you're doing and they know what you need next. I'm not giving him different hand signals, I'm just giving him the signal, and he knows that I need more pressure, low pressure, turn it on, turn it off. Obviously if it's off, I do that, he's gonna turn it on. If it's running and I do this, he's gonna turn it off. So that's the benefit of having a good operator. It takes probably 4 to 5 solid spray days to get someone kind of accustomed to what they're needing to do if they're wanting to learn it. And that's the most important part. So now, we've sprayed the job, the job's done. We're gonna rinse our hose out. We talked earlier how to do it, but now we're actually gonna do it. Follow me. We're gonna turn on our reserve tank. Our rinse tank. Rinse tank's on. We're gonna shut off the valve to the main tank. Main tank is now off. Everything else stays the same. I want you to notice what we just did. We shut the supply of hydroseed off here, and we opened up the rinse tank supply here. So now, you can see it comes in after this valve. It's going directly into the pump. So we're rinsing 2 things, the pump and the hose reel. So let's do it. Okay, now come here. I also want you to notice these nozzles are replaceable This is the one we use. This one has pumped, and I'm not even kidding, $1 million worth of hydroseed. So this little nozzle, believe it or not, $1 million has passed through this bad boy. So that's why I love it. We're gonna put it back on. I'm gonna hold the fan up this way so you can see the color change. He's gonna go ahead and turn the pump on. Now just watch the color change here. This is hydroseed, you'll see it. So keep in mind, right now the tank is off, the rinse tank is on. And you tell me when you think it's rinsed out. Ah, do you see it? Now it's water. So, clean, we're good. At that point, this hose is now full of water. All the hydroseed, all the mulch, everything's rinsed completely out. We're not gonna wake up in the morning to go do a job and have a bunch of clogs to deal with. So, preventative maintenance. Now we roll the hose up. We're gonna pull back. Now this is the kind of dirt you want. You see, fast down, slow up. See how it's kind of tilled up? That's how it normally should be. This kind of dirt right here. I want you to notice how it applies here. See how it's a perfect layer? We'll just focus on this right here. See this? Perfect layer. We'll just fill this in a little. Again, about a 3 to 4 foot throw. Fast down, slow up. Fast down, slow up. We'll come back. This is good dirt. Fast down, slow up. Fast down, slow up. What's happening here is that hydroseed is pushing down into that tilled dirt, making a home for those seeds, so that when this stuff gets watered, you have a perfect yard. I want you to notice that I'm not just broadcasting this out here. I will put my sprinkles on later at the end of this job, if this was a real job, but what I'm doing now is fast down, slow up. With an overlap. The overlap is extremely important. You don't want lines, you don't want dead lines or thin lines in your hydroseed, in your yards. Look at this right here. Look how perfect that looks. Again, this tilled dirt right here, this is how it normally would be, a prepped yard. Fast down, slow up. Fast down, slow up. These guys are gonna be like, what the f? Who would have came out here and sprayed hydroseed on our road? Guys, again, thank you so much for checking this out. We're gonna probably empty this tank out the rest of the way, and then we're gonna do a rinse, and I'll show you the rinse process once again. So let's do it. So what we're gonna do now You have one person that kind of keeps this this hose reeled up, you know, coming in good. I'm gonna work this valve here. Yeah, whoever wrapped this hose up last time didn't care. So now, here we go. And as you can see here, that hose is being reeled up nice and neat. Now keep in mind, doing this once by hand might not be that bad, but if you're doing this hose every single day, multiple times a day, it can be a real pain. So again, having a machine with this capability, it just makes your life that much easier, but those little pieces add up big as you go. And then after that, we're gonna lock our hose reel. I like to tuck that down a couple of holes in. Boom, hose reel's locked, everything's off, we're good to go. So now we're gonna pull around and empty the rest of this hydro seat out. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is clean off the machine, because it's always good to have clean machines. Yeah. It's always good to have clean equipment. This is the easiest way to do it.
I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Got diamonds dancing on my neck. That is the vibe I'm on. Drip way too lit. Who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. If you ain't talking money, don't talk to me. I be over here where the bosses be. Pockets on thick, cause I eat my greens. Way too hot, 3,000 degrees. No pictures, please. Cameras flashing, I'm VIP, I'm a big deal. My life a movie, I'm the